This is another street rock observation. I guess this is somewhere in here, number 2. New street rock observations. It's the Give Winter a Chance movement and observation. As I see it, thousands or tens of thousands of individuals right here and right now, in the immediate present current moment, could and ought to mass withdraw and put holds, temporary suspensions on their Good Life and gym memberships in general, and purposely go from a fit as fiddle, as they've been for a very long time, place, into that of someone who gains substantial weight, maybe 20 to 40 pounds of weight gain for the next 2 to 3 months. And this applies especially to persons who emanate from places that are not Canadian soil, and especially if those places on the planet where that are the hottest places on Earth, like especially persons from India and Nigeria, those type of areas that are now residents of Canada, somehow gotten here and have gym memberships. I watched it in the news. A new condo building, brand new, only took a month, because these persons have it in their born over somewhere else history of being basically almost like human furnaces. You need to slow your working out down in dramatic numbers, thousands, tens of thousands. Those types of that are now here. And if they would do that, it's like you'd give winter a chance here. I believe that persons also affect climate change. It's just not a weather pattern in the environment thing. It's the persons. If you're not born in Canada and you're born in Pakistan or Nigeria, you're from places that are the hottest places on the planet, and there's tens and hundreds of thousands, if not more, all suddenly new here, didn't trickle in, just came en masse in droves. It's going to change the environment, and the climate change is a person's and individual's thing that has happened. Human furnaces type individuals. I'm just pointing out as I see it. Nothing more, nothing less. And heck, in all this, for 2 to 3 months, if you put on weight gain, right now from February into March, April, May, you just eat what you want, put on 20 to 40 pounds, withdraw from the gym entirely, just embrace couch potatoism for a while. And you'd have a new reason, especially if you've been here for a few years now in Canada. You'd have a new reason to go back in 3 to 4 months. Oh, I'm 30 to 40 pounds heavier. Then would you be so confident about being your fit as fiddle place when you have 30 to 40 pounds now of extra weight that you have to trim back down? Have we not watched movie actors and actresses in the past change their physical body type? From large larger to skinnier, skinnier to larger. Perfect excuse to do so. Thousands, if not people, did that. I believe the weather would get colder. Because so many human furnaces, your pilot light would kind of like, and you'd give winter a better chance. Because last calendar year, February, it was still blanketed, white covered in snow. This February, going into March, March should be historically recorded or whatever, as most of March is snow, as far as I've observed in Canada here, Ontario. So that's that for that one, and I have one more. That's so new street rock observation number 2. Oh yeah, massive weight. Temporary suspensions purposely and gain weight for 2 to 3 months. Number 3. This one pertains to fun times, having sundowners, or alcohol. As I see it, it's your money. You spend it however you want to, of course. But as it pertains to alcohol, why don't you observe this in as a food for thought or a drink for thought type thing. Have your night out or your night in. Partaking or as usual, whatever you happen to do with alcohol. But also, make sure you have purchased a non-alcoholic beer and non-alcoholic wine. And for the reason of basically, if for no other reason, to dramatically lessen hangovers. You have your fun night out, 3 to 5 drinks, you get home safely, or your homestead, and there you are, kind of buzzing around, and you have non-alcoholic versions of wine or beer or whatever you are having that night. Fairly certain your hangovers would be dramatically less, because you're still having a alcohol-based drink that's non-alcoholic. So, I serve the calendar full year at a 12-step recovery house. Volunteered there every week, week after week, multiple times a week for a calendar year. That's 52 weeks inside the 12-step recovery home and house. And if you ever end up there, that's a dramatic diminishment of a future place that, then you have sponsors, then you have to follow sort of like the 12 steps. Do you really want a dramatic diminishment of your life on the planet when you could have just lessened your hangovers by purchasing non-alcoholic beer and wine? Lived a more functional alcoholic, non-alcoholic life, both balanced with accelerator and brakes. The choice is up to you. I know that's what I do, and you need the purchase proof power of non-alcoholic drinks. You can't just speculate. You can't just think you have this issue under control or not. You need the purchasing proof. And see if it works for you. Try it out once. I bought this 6-pack of non-alcoholic wine, a 6-pack of 12 non-alcoholic beer. Had my night out. And then I went home Open up the beer fridge. There's these non-alcoholic beers. Oh, I'm pretty out of it. I'll have a couple of these. And then you go to sleep. I bet you, fairly certain, you'd have a better morning. Your hangover would be much more improved, if for that reason only. I think that's gonna be about it for these hashtag New Street Rock observations. This is, I guess, in this, your pal, friend guy, musician, putting out music so much. Why not do some observations from a new street rock perspective? Well, this is Tye Hurricane signing out for these segments. Hope you enjoyed these. Okay. Thank you. Merci. Au revoir.